Hi and Happy New Year, and this is Barb Cooper from helpmysquashgame.com. So glad you joined me. And you know, in the new year we're always thinking about New Year's resolutions, and for me I was thinking about it and about what I was going to do, and it took me back to when I was trained for phys ed. I am no rock climber, don't get me wrong, but I had to do a course in rock climbing. And it terrified me. I'm scared stiff of heights, okay? That's why squash is such a good game for me. And all I could remember was going and having to climb up this wall, and the coach kept on saying to me, have you got your gear? Are you prepared? And I would check my equipment and I go, yes, I've got everything I need. Then you're okay, you're safe, keep going. And you know, it just made me think about it in terms of squash. And truthfully, if you've got good preparation, you will be confident. So if we can get really good training, good preparation throughout this year, every time you play a match, you're going to feel really good, really confident. Now, with training comes physical effort, and with physical effort always comes a way of rehabbing yourself and making sure that you are actually in peak condition. And one of the most useful things you can do is either get a massage or use a roller. And I want to show you how to do this cheaply. If you get a 3-inch pipe, okay, you can buy these at any Home Hardware, Rona, any hardware store. Cut a bit off, this is about 18 inches, and use it to lie on and roll all of your muscles. It's kind of a poor man's massage, but it will really get into the knots in your legs, in your back, in your glutes, and all over the place. Now, if you don't like the hardness, and I can tell you, I don't, I'm in for a bit more comfort. What I did was wrap mine with a bit of yoga mat, and I'll show you how to do that and make it really clean. Now, that means you can put this in your bag, keep it with you all the time. You could put your protein powder in there, your socks, your underwear, your towel, whatever. A bottle of wine if you're going out somewhere. It's really good. And if you keep it in your bag, you'll always be able to roll out those muscles when you need a little bit of relief. So, here's the tube. Here's the 3-inch pipe. And there's the yoga mat, and all I'm doing is I've cut it to size, and all I'm doing is rolling it around, and I'm making sure that it's going to fit and that the seams are going to sit nicely. Once I've done that, I'm going to take it off and I'm going to start spreading it with contact cement. Now you can see it's kind of white at the moment, but as it dries, it goes clear. As soon as it's gone clear, you know it's ready to use. You're going to do the same thing on the mat and make sure you get right up to the edges because you want it to stick. Alright, once you've done that, and use just a cheap old throwaway foamy brush. Once you've done that, take, and this is one that's dried, and you can see that the tube is looking clear as well. All you have to do is attach it to the tube, and now you've got something that you can keep in your bag. You can use for to roll out your muscles every time you've had a workout, and at the same time you can put all your whatever you want in there, and there's your mat. Easy, cheap, no excuse not to have one in your bag. Enjoy. You know, and I'm always going on about books that you should read and stuff that you should look at, and this time what I want to show you is a book that I came across. It was given to me by a friend of mine a while ago, and it's a fantastic read, and I reread it this Christmas, and the book is called Shattered by Peter Marshall. It's about Peter Marshall. Nick Kehoe is the guy who's with him writing it. But it will tell the story of Peter Marshall. Peter Marshall made it to #2 in the world, and then he got chronic fatigue syndrome. Didn't even know what it was. And guys were kind of accusing him for not playing well and having excuses and all the rest of it. I'm going to suggest to you, any of you, read this book. It's a fascinating life story about how somebody's strength became his weakness, and then it became his strength again. So I hope you enjoy that. Now it's time for Ask Barb. And I have a question here from Joe in Toronto, and he asks, where should I drop from on the court? And you know, Joe, that is such a smart question. Most people think that they should drop from the very front of the court. And my advice to you is to drop from the middle of the court. That's the place where you can attack. I'm just going to show you, get my board, and I'm going to show you what that means. So, if you look at a squash court and you think about it in 3 areas, the back area I would call the red zone, and it's the danger zone. That's the place where you want to always hit length from length if you can. The front area of the court is tricky. If you hit a short ball there and you don't recover to the tee, you're likely to get the next ball blown by you. So, for instance, me, I'm slowed down now. I don't drop at the front of the court. I usually hit a lob and make sure it goes by my opponent. So in that logic, the middle of the court is potential attack. So that means you want to be in the middle of the court attacking. That's where I would practice to play your drop shots from. If you can hit the drop and a volley drop from there, whatever they hit as return, you're going to be able to get, and you're going to be able to punish them. So that's it for now. It's Barb Cooper from helpmysquashgame.com. Hope you have a fantastic 2012 and your squash is amazing. Take care. See you next time.